So I wanted to ask you about specific parts of this album. I listened through, and the first song, "Trauma," not what I expected as an album opener. What I don't mean to like be trite, like what inspired the song. Like listen to the song, like it's there. But why I put that as the first song on the album?
You know, that was the last song that I wrote too, and I wrote the last song straight, and I thought the album was done, and then that night I wrote "Trauma." But the reason why I started the album, you know, it's called "Don't Feed the Monster," and you know, it's based off my life. You know, the album is based off what I was dealing with in my life, and it was a time of the monster raging out of control in me and being in dark places and dark spaces, mentally and physically, because I hadn't faced different things, you know. Had to face different things, had to have some honesty with myself, and had to get introspective and do some ongoing, time consuming and also emotional churning inner work, you know what I mean?
Work.
And that's the foundation for the record for real. So "Trauma" is all that, you know what I mean? Like "Trauma," I never, you know, before this record, I never, the things that come out of me in that record, I never said those things of myself before. I never went to say, how's this stuff affecting me? How's this stuff affecting my relationships? How is this stuff affecting what I think of when I think of manhood? You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's kind of, trauma is kind of like, you know, they'll start a movie sometimes, like you might be watching Indiana Jones or something like that. I remember there was an Indiana Jones, and the first scene was River Phoenix as a young Indiana Jones.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was like, River Phoenix wasn't all throughout the movie, but in the beginning, the first scene was like, and then you see Indiana Jones after that, and you was like, oh, it makes sense. Indiana Jones is like that, because in the first scene,